So it looks like Chainlink is right now trying to break out of this short-term downsloping support line and is right now seeing a respectable force here to the upside. So in this video, guys, we are finally back with Chainlink, ticker symbol LINK. It was a long time ago I made an update on LINK, so sorry about that. The reason we jump into LINK once again is that I recently put up a voting on my channel. It was a very close battle, but Chainlink ended up with the W today. So I'm very excited for this video. We have some important technical data, so make sure to pay attention during the whole video. And without further ado, let's jump right into the analysis. And real quick before we start, I just want to mention that if you're interested in similar content, I do technical analysis on, for example, Chainlink, but I also do Cardano, Ethereum, Polkadot, VeChain, and more. Then don't hesitate to subscribe and hit that notification bell. And also, guys, don't forget to hit that blue like button. That really helps out the community, but it also helps the YouTube algorithm to push more Chainlink videos. So, guys, don't forget to hit the like. Also, if you want to, you can follow me over on Twitter at twitter.com/mindmathmoney. Over there, I post charts, trading education, and more, so that would be very awesome to see you guys over there. Last but not least, I have to give a disclaimer that this video is for entertainment and educational purposes only. Nothing in this video is financial advice. But alright, now let's jump into the chart and take a look at what has happened recently here for Chainlink. And it was very long time ago we took a look at Chainlink, but I have been following this chart on my own. And as we can see here, for a long while, Chainlink traded in a pretty stable upsloping channel. You can see we printed higher highs and at the same time we printed higher lows. However, we did get a strong, breakout from the channel here on February 23rd. And since we broke the channel to the very low, we saw a pretty respectable price drop of around 33%. However, the recovery here have been very nice, and today, even though the crypto market isn't doing too great overall, we are still seeing a bullish candle right here. We are, as we are speaking, up around 5.5%, and it looks like we are sort of breaking out of this downsloping white line. This white line is not a level I think is too significant, but it's still a very nice first step for the Chainlink bulls, in my opinion. Before we jump into the very key levels on the upside and levels on the downside that I think we should pay attention to, I just want to mention that we sort of have a hidden bullish divergence here on Chainlink, and that we also have on many altcoins. So it's a bit hard how we would anchor here, but the main point is that Chainlink from around here to here is sort of making a slightly higher low, right? So price is making a higher low. But if you look down at the RSI oscillator, we can make this one blue so that you guys can see. You can see that the RSI made a lower low, and the same thing with the MACD, a lower low. So we have the price going in one direction, the oscillators going in the other direction. We have an argument for hidden bullish divergence, implying continuation to the upside. And since that low that we printed here in late February, we have been seeing a respectable force to the upside, and it looks like the MACD might just turning bullish right here. So that is definitely one thing to pay attention to, in my opinion. But alright, guys, now I think we're ready to take a look at some very key levels on the up and downside. But before doing that, I want to give a very important warning, and that is, guys, please be aware of bot accounts and scammers. They are all over YouTube, especially crypto YouTube, so never trust anyone in the comment section. I can also just mention real quick that if you want to and are looking for a place to buy Chainlink, I have a link for that in the description and in the pinned comment. A link to Coinbase where you can buy Chainlink. But alright, guys, now let's jump back into the chart and take a look at some key levels I'm paying attention to. And we can start here by taking a look at the upside, and the first sort of major level I'm paying attention to is around $31.2 US, around there. Why do I think that one might have some significance? Well, you can see that first of all, we saw sellers stepping up. We had a local top here on March 3rd, just a few days ago. And previously, if we take a look right here, you can see that this level have been acting as support multiple times here in the middle of February. We can also notice here, this is a bit hard to see on the daily time frame, but we can also notice here that this one was also sort of previous resistance real quick here on February 12th. So that is the first level I'm paying attention to here for Chainlink. And if we actually break this one to the upside in this whole area, we don't have a lot of clear resistance. So then I would look all the way up to this zone here in between around 35.75 to $36.86. This zone is the sort of all-time high zone, and I derived that one from the two local tops. We had one here on February 14th and one here on February 20th. So that is, you know, two levels I'm looking out for here for Chainlink. And if the bulls manage to push for new highs, for new all-time highs, then I would consider the 1.618 fib extension. You know, when an asset hits an all-time high, we don't have a lot of methods to get some reasonable targets, but the 1.618 is all the way up at $46.60. So that is another level on the upside you could pay attention to. But all right, how about the downside? Well, the first level I'm looking out for is this, you can see this continuation of the white line right here. It's possible that we want to go down and test this previous resistance as support before running again. So I'm definitely looking out for this white line. And the first horizontal level I'm looking out for is actually all the way down at $22, almost $23. And one reason I'm paying attention to this level is because we have been seeing buyers stepping up at around this area multiple times. You can see at least one time here, 2 times, 3, 4 times. And previously, if we look back all the way back to around the middle of January, we saw this level as resistance. So this one definitely have been having some historic significance. And another reason why traders might be paying attention to this level is that if we use our Fibonacci retracement, we can see that our 0.5, our 50% retracement is pretty much exactly at this $22.94 level. So this means that this is a 50% retrace from the all-time high. And you know, that is a common level for the price to reverse. So that is one I'm definitely looking out for here for Chainlink. Another thing you can pay attention to, I personally don't use this a lot, but you have the 50-day moving average coming up right here. And you can see that this one have been sort of acting as support just recently. So if you want to, you can pay attention to this 50-day MA, you know, in the short term at least. But alright guys, now I think we're ready to zoom in a bit and take a look at the 4-hour time frame. So here on the 4-hour, we can see things a bit more clearly. We can see here how this white line have been respected 1-2 times. So not, you know, too significant in my opinion. We can also see how we got some form of reaction right here and a small sort of retest as well before we ran to the upside. So that is one thing to look out for. Another thing I want to point out for, you know, educational purposes here is the regular bullish divergence we had here in late February. You can see that from that point to that point, Chainlink printed a lower high, right? So lower high on the price, lower low on the price, while the other side made a higher low. And the same thing with the MACD, a bit hard to see, but we also had a higher low on the MACD. So lower low on the price, higher lows on the oscillators. We have some regular bullish divergence implying a potential reversal. And at the same time, we got this divergence at a key level. So we had, you know, a few bullish variables at the same time. So that was, you know, definitely a good technical sign. What we also can point out here on the 4-hour is that we can see a bit more clearly why this 31.33 level have some significance. You can see that this was the local top we printed March 3rd, as we already mentioned. But here on the 4-hour, we can see a bit more in detail how this level acted sort of as resistance right there, sort of as resistance right there, and how buyers stepped up at around this area multiple times as support. But alright guys, that's pretty much it for this video. If you feel like you got any kind of help or value, then please consider dropping a like. And if you guys are interested in more similar content, then don't hesitate to subscribe and hit that notification bell. I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I hope I will catch you in the next video. But for now guys, take care. Ciao, ciao.